It's one of Africa's best preserved indigenous forests. A perfectly maintained ecosystem protected by a long line of spiritual leaders. But it's also under threat. As roads and developments inch closer, its guardians are fighting back. On this episode of Wildlife Warriors, meet Pamuat, a traditional healer fighting to save the Loita Forest and its unparalleled biodiversity. Above the Maasai Plains stands a mountain range that is cloaked in a dense, mysterious forest canopy. The Maasai call it Naimina Enkiyo, or the forest of the lost child. This vast, magnificent tropical forest is packed with amazing animals and plants, including some of the oldest giant cedar trees in all of Africa. But what has kept it so well preserved when so many old-growth forests have already been destroyed? This is a rare opportunity. The Maasai elders, known as the laibon, are the legendary defenders of the forest. They've granted me access to witness one of the most important rituals, the throwing of the stones. The elders have told me a lot about how their work and their beliefs have saved the forest of the lost child, not just for decades, but for hundreds, if not thousands, of years. They used charms to attract people of goodwill, and they also used curses to chase those away who threatened the forest. To know how well the forest is doing, they read the stones. And these stones, tiny little pebbles, smoothed because of hundreds of years of being used in these haunts, are passed down from generation to generation. And each stone is unique and known as an individual. It's not the colors or the shapes that they're looking at, it's the numbers. Every time he shakes that horn, they count the number of stones that come out. And that is how they predict the future. The future of their wives, their children, their community, and this forest that is so precious to them. These men are the current spiritual leaders in a tradition going back generations.
nedol. Naa ore peedol naa keliki iyiok isoitok entoki naenieki nikiyen nikimbooyo itu elotu. Ore tenakata kuna nikitadua niking'uraki ayiolou ajo ore peiteruni apa ajo keponu niking'uraa nikijo eisidai nikiyiolou sidan nikiyiolou ajo eisidai. Ore peekidol ajo torrono nikiyiolo aibooi. Ore nkampunini kumok naetuo ena tim aajo keya nemayiolo enaa kera ilturrurri ile. Naa ena toki ake nautaki iyiok.
Pamuat's specialty is herbal remedies. He and the other laibon use charms to protect the forest. Anyone who threatens it will be averted.
A curse is the worst thing that can happen to anybody or any person who is having an intention of coming to destroy this forest. If you are caught in the forest doing an illegal business and you present it to the elders, it is even better to be jailed, because at the end of it all, you will come out clean. But if you've taken to the elders and you're there cursed, then it means that your life is at risk.
Pamuat and the laibon guardianship clearly works. This is one of the most intact ancient ecosystems I've ever seen, and there's strong evidence that this has been going on for a very long time. This cave is more like an overhang, and in it are thousands of indentations, each of them marked inside with a material something like ochre or perhaps iron ore. Maasai Pamuat says that this cave was found like this, with some markings, and that the Maasai warriors came, found markings, and continued making similar markings. We don't know what these markings really mean. He thinks that perhaps they mark each day that the warriors slept in this cave during their sacred ceremonies. Specialists in African rock art say these designs are very unusual. They're unlike any known form of African rock art found elsewhere. Pamuat tells me no one really knows how old they are. Clay pots found on the site suggest the cave may have been used by a different tribe long ago. Today, the Maasai still use it for sacred ceremonies. Who knows what mysteries these engravings actually speak of? We may never be able to tell, but we do know that the cultures and traditions of the people who have lived here have helped to preserve this forest in a near pristine condition. That's my big question. Why have the Maasai preserved this forest? It's not just the ancient caves and massive trees. There's something far more valuable here. This sacred forest is a place of ancient wonders. It's like walking through a magnificent cathedral. The forest of the lost child. Its laibon guardians are part of an honored tradition protecting this forest with charms set by their ancestors.
Ore tenedumunye naa ing'as, naa ore tenakata enekenyu naa keeta irkeek liomonie Enkai, neeta linya, naa ore sii newosh sii dii enkidong' tenekenyu. Ore peebaya saa are ninyio tawosh enkidong' ilikua naatiu enkop. iyiolou entoki sidai niyiolou entorrono. Nanu taadoi kaaji Pamuat naa kara ololikai kai naa kaishooyo oshi irkeek. Ore oltung'ani omuoi pookin naa kaata irkeek, kayiolo irkeek loomoyiaritin pookin. Amu kayiolo oltikana, nayiolo lekulak kulikae loorubat, lekuna kulie akeyie moyiaritin pookin. Neeku kayiolo lelo keek pookin enatiu. Naa tenatum oshi kintayu. Neeku nijia taa ikununo. Naa ore sii lelo keek naa kaibung amu tenkidong. Naa kawosh ore lelo keek naa sidan oleng. Ore osidai nelimu. Neeku kaiko taa sii nijia. Naa ilarin taa 35 tenaa paiteru ilo kasi.
With dozens of clients to see each day, Pamuat takes from the forest only what is required for his herbal remedies. The herbs are strictly for community use and must never be sold commercially. The laibon regulate the use of the forest and punish any violators.
If you caught up doing that herbal business, you'll be brought to the elders. Then the elders will just take action against you. And the action of the elders was a curse. Then if you are clever in that, you just come in later and you go to them and then you apologize with them and you have to assure them that you will never repeat the same, and then they will bless you afterwards. So because if you go forever, then you will see the actions. Everything will be in contrary with your expectation. You can even die.
Pamuat shows me the amazing botanical diversity in the forest. As we explore, I begin to see the forest through his eyes. It's beautiful, and everything is interlinked.
Ore ening'or kulo keek naa kayiolo nkarn pookin. Naa kayiolo loomoyiaritin naapaashari. Amu ketii iloota omon teneomon duo eyieu. Naa tenaa ibiashara ilo, naa ketii olchani oota esiai ebiashara. Naa tenaa kenkoriong nikiya, naa ketii olchani onyor enkoriong. Naa tenaa kenkoshoke, naa ketii olchani onyor enkoshoke. Naa tenaa emoyian akeyie pookin duo naba anaa oshi kuna naatae. Naa tenaa enkitok nitu eisho, naa keeta olchani oisho. Neeku kumok ilanyor oleng amu keeta sababu nanyorrie. Kanyor irkeek kumok oleng. Ketii irkumok lanyor oleng amu ketii loonyor imoyiaritin, etii loonyor orkirobi, etii loonyor meeta olchani lemeeta enemenyor ikuti.
We head out to find it. Pamuat's knowledge of these diverse plants is incredible.
Oh.
Oh, what's this?
This is a natural toothbrush.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Paula, can you imagine this?
Oh, what is this?
This one is a mouthwash.
A mouthwash?
Yeah.
Let me have a
The moment you put in the mouth, it automatically dries up.
Oh, that's horrible. Oh, it's disgusting.
So nice.
We keep getting distracted with lots of exciting discoveries.
This is down. It's a wild pig.
Oh, it looks like a donkey or something.
Just imagine.
It's a wild pig.
It's so fresh. It's not far.
Oh, it's just passed by, just now.
Just now. You can see how
How big is a wild pig?
it's of medium size. This is Orkonyeli. It's a traditional name. It helps to cleanse the blood and also it helps in dialysis to cleanse your kidney. Don't take the leaves, you don't take the branch, you boil the roots, you take a little bit and then...
I see it has some fruit on it also.
Yes, exactly.
Can I eat them?
Yes, you can. You can.
They're not poisonous?
They're not poisonous. Normally use it as a toothbrush. You can as well brush it. You just chew it.
No.
Very bitter.
There. You should
Very,
have...
very bitter.
Whoa.
It's very bitter.
We've been hiking in this forest for the last 2 hours, and I don't think we've gone more than a kilometre, and that's because there is so much stuff along the way. We've tried out various different things. There are plants that can cure you of colds, headaches, backaches, and we've seen evidence of buffaloes, elephants. We've even seen forest hog dung along the pathway. It's very hard to see the actual animals though. They are definitely here, but not easy to spot. Pamuat lights a fire in the traditional way. The driver stick is from a fig tree and the base is a piece of cedar wood. Wood shavings and grass are used for kindle. He uses this fire to boil the ingredients of his favorite medicine. Oh my, Nikali! It's so strong.
Yeah, so strong, so strong. So
Really?
Powerful. It will boost the appetite and it will ease up digestion, etc.
It has an extremely bitter and strange aftertaste. It actually tastes a little bit like a chemical or a chemical medicine. This is made from a plant called orkinyil, which is the cure-all for the Maasai. They revere the tree that this comes from and they protect the forest to keep this tree healthy and in large numbers. It's actually a tree that is grown all across Eastern Africa for its medicinal properties. I'm told that after drinking a glass of this, my urine will turn blue, and that's a sign that it's gone through my system, and it will clean my blood, clean my stomach, and in a way be an amazing detox. I have to drink the whole glass. Every day, 1 glass of this beautiful drink. It's actually really hard to swallow. As we shared our tonic in the laibon's natural sanctuary, I couldn't help but feel appreciation for our ancestors who have protected this forest for us for thousands of years. But I also felt responsibility to ensure that their achievements are sustained for generations to come. Tropical forests are more than just trees. They're full of life, a treasure trove of biodiversity. They provide critical habitats for wildlife, regulate climate, and they are an important carbon sink. These waters are vitally important because this forest is a water tower for the entire region. There are numerous rivers and streams that rise in these mountains, and the water here is so clear, crystal clear, that you can actually drink it.
And there are animals that live in this stream that you don't see anywhere else in Kenya. Frogs and crabs that are so sensitive to pollution that they've disappeared from most of Kenya's rivers. I can see the crabs just going under the rocks here, and the frogs all along the banks. These may be some of the purest Kenyan river waters.
You can use the rivers that came out from this forest, and you can do the agriculture at the outside. This forest got a lot of trees that brings rains. So having that rain means that the animals are safe. Your cows are safe because they should not starve for the drought. So if we maintain this forest, it means that everything will come at the right time, at the right place.
Pamuat and the other laibon continue to use their forest charms to save the forest, but it will not be enough to stop the new threats. There are now plans to carve Naimina Enkio into individual plots and cut a new road right through the forest. Every day, development inches closer and closer.
There are a lot of tremendous changes in the community. There is a growing young population that is enforcing pressure to the environment. There's an issue with the land, and land is limited, so population is one thing that is actually changing the community.
The community have now formed a rangers patrol to prevent encroachment and apprehend those responsible.
As you can see, the fallen cedar here, it's not cut by the shocker. It is fallen down by use of a power saw. And we didn't manage the guy, but we can trace up there was some sort of a milk packet and a bread packet there that shows it's not people from this community, because it doesn't beat logic. Someone from just few meters out there to carry the whole milk here and a bread. So we suspect the guys are from outside, and we are really following so that we can find who they are.
A forest charmed by elders to be protected for generations. Some of us may be skeptical of these spells, but Shadrach warns against ignoring them.
Wealth doesn't come from destruction. Any people coming out there and telling you that when you fall down the trees, for example, you chop the cedar posts and you do the poders and you do etc., I tend to tell you that is a myth and it's a misconception.
We are truly at a crossroads. People think they will get rich from cutting down these trees, but the whole community will be impoverished. It's a fate we've unfortunately seen before. In nearby Nyakweri Forest, trees were felled to make charcoal, and now the land is degraded and unproductive. Poverty is all that's been created. Without action, the Loita Forest will be next, but hope is not lost. Shadrach, the laibon, and others are bringing the community together to fight for their sacred forest.
We are out here discussing some of the pertinent issues that are really affecting the community when it comes to issues to do with Naimina forest. Having a road inside the forest will mean destruction of the flora, and it will mean exposing the forest to the outside. We are totally against that one, and that proposal should be stopped immediately.
The fate of the Loita Forest and the Maasai are intertwined. Losing the forest will destroy this culture.
The culture of this community is precious and it is building, it's not harming, and that is the reason as why we are still subscribing to it, we are still carrying on with it. So I want my kids to come and see what we preserve for them. I want Naimina to be like a Siam for remembrance.
The people who live in the Naimenenkio forest live a simple life that's inextricably linked to the health of the forest. They may not look rich, but they are the biodiversity billionaires. They've named their trees and shrubs after the medicinal values that they have, and many of these species have never been named by scientists. Who knows what invaluable treasures still exist here? I've been to every single continent on this planet, and I've never before seen such an intact ecological ecosystem. But all of this is at risk because of a few people in government offices far away. They've decided that the value of this land is in agriculture, in poles, and in infrastructure development. It's my wish that the current and future leaders of Kenya have the humility and the wisdom to listen to the laibon and preserve the Naimenenkio forest for its ecological, cultural, and spiritual value as part of Kenya's vital heritage.
For now, the laibon and their community will continue to fight for the Naimenenkio. But to save this ancient forest, they will need the help of many more wildlife warriors. If you want to help our amazing wildlife, why don't you start a Wildlife Warriors Club in your school? To learn more about this program, please visit our website